Good afternoon. Okay. My mother is an amazing woman. She's a great grandmother, a wonderful leader, just an amazing person altogether. She inspires people to be the best and to challenge themselves, obviously. Most of us who are fortunate enough to personally know her are fully aware that she's a rare combination of leadership and intelligence and loyalty and humility. She just makes everyone around her feel heard, valued, not judged. My mother began her educational journey in Weatherford College in the early 80s. I don't really know when. I was like 3. She went on to receive her bachelor's in science from Tarleton and her master's in environmental science from TCU, later obtaining a second master's from UNT in public administration. During this time, she was raising 2 kids, and she was, and still is, married to my daddy of almost 49 years. In 1985, she began working for the city of Weatherford as a sanitarian at the water treatment plant, and 34 years later, she finally retired as the city manager of Weatherford. My mother has served the community her entire career. She served as the president of the Texas Association of Clean Water Agencies, as well as the president of the Texas Public Power Association. Sharon Hayes received the Athena Award from the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce in 2019, and in the same year was named to the Great Women of Texas list by the Fort Worth Business Press. And not even in retirement has she slowed down. She went on to serve in other communities and in her own leadership positions as those communities searched for the right candidate to permanently hire. Most recently, though, my mother has began taking stained glass classes. And in true Sharon Hayes form, she has immersed herself in it and strives for perfection. She also really enjoys it. And now every member of our family has more stained glass pieces than we ever knew we wanted. But my mother is a person that we all want to be when we grow up. Well, that was my goal, still is. And it's truly my honor today to share her with you. So the most incredible mom I know, Sharon Hayes.
Thank you so much. This is such an honor. Weatherford College has always meant so much to me, so I thank the board, Dr. Farmer, for doing this and for having this opportunity. And Tiffany, thank you so much for that. I know you'd rather be in the classroom, but I appreciate you being here with us today. I thank my family members for being here, my friends and coworkers. It means a lot, certainly, to have you here. And this is such a great opportunity to talk about Weatherford College. And some of these things go without saying. The value that Weatherford College brings, we hear almost daily the talk of rising costs of education, the student debt burdens that so many young folks are find themselves in. And we have such a resource here. It's affordable, it's a good education. It is such an opportunity for this community. And when I was with the city, we always looked at Weatherford College, not just as a partner, but also as an asset. And when we would talk to businesses, either businesses coming in or business that were here, we would always talk about Weatherford College being economic development and because of the training and the programs. And Dr. Farmer, you mentioned so many of the things that the college have going on. Some of those I was aware of, some I wasn't. And so it's just such an amazing opportunity we have here that I think most people really don't take advantage of. And so I'm so thankful for the college for all that they do offer. Excuse me, allergies. But Weatherford College to me meant a lot because whenever, those who know me well know I was pretty impatient now, and especially so as a teenager. And so when my parents talked to me about going to college, I really had absolutely no interest in doing that. I was in a hurry to get started, and that's exactly what I did. I went to work, had a family, got married, all those things. And so it really wasn't until I reached a point where I knew that I needed the education to go further. And that is exactly at the time whenever I looked around and Weatherford College was there. So I was at a point where I couldn't go to school full time. So Weatherford College offered an opportunity for me to be able to take the classes at night. I worked full time, again, had the family and worked for, honestly, Brent, I thought I might have been the longest tenured student here, but I guess not. And I really don't even remember when I started. So it had been, I think Tiffany was maybe younger than 3. So, but anyway, for years I would take classes at night and until I got to the point where I could just go full time. And so I always appreciated what the college offered. One of the things I found in high school was, all I wanted from high school was out. It wasn't interesting, it wasn't engaging, But the first class I took at Weatherford College. And again, I took it because I needed to, not because I wanted to, but I was absolutely enthralled. And every class I took, the quality of the professors, the subject matter, every class I took opened new horizons, made me want to do more and more. And then it got to the point where I couldn't decide what I really wanted to be when I grew up, because every time I took a class, my horizon expanded. So I'm so grateful for the opportunities that I had to be able to take those. And I was really struggling to figure out what I did want to be. The only thing I knew was it had to be something that mattered, not just to make money, but something that really mattered. And I was in I think it was my last semester here, and I was in a biology class, and Nelson Rand was the professor. And he was talking about water pollution and the impact it had on families. And it just really clicked, and it resonated, and that is what I went on to do. So I was always very grateful for Weatherford for offering me the opportunity, grateful for Dr. Rand for helping me see the way. And I did have an opportunity later on to thank him for that. When I was hired at the city, Nelson was on the utility board, and I was able to tell him just what an impact that he had made on me and how he had helped me go further. So I think that we both absolutely enjoyed being able to have that conversation. But there's so many things that Weatherford offers, and so many of the programs that it's a great opportunity. Dr. Farmer mentioned the Vet Tech program. That's something I was really proud of my last year with the city, working with staff and with the college board, able to get that program. And that's a very special program. I think that maybe only a couple in the state that are like it, but it takes that combination of needing the animals or animal supply, and then the college being willing to do all of the training and that goes with it. And so because of that, we have a program here that will help students be able to be certified vet techs, which will help our veterinarians. So it's a great opportunity, and just one example of how we've been able to partner with the college. So anyway, I do thank you so much for everything. I do thank you for the opportunities. Weatherford College meant a lot to me, kind of a family tradition in my family. My older sister went 2 years before she transferred to TCU. Our son went 2 years before he transferred to A&M, and now our grandson just recently finished his 2 years, and he is at Tarleton finishing his degree. So it is certainly something that I treasure, that I think this community treasures, and something that's important to my family, and I thank you very much.